The Scholastic Ball Report is sponsored by UK Sports Medicine and brought to you by Central Bank, Crown Trophy, Pannell Swim Shop, P-Rats, PrepSpin.com, Raising Cane's, Rafferty's, Roberts Insurance, Sutherland Chevrolet, and by Whitaker Bank.
Hello, welcome into the Scholastic Ball Report. Gary Ball with Nate Valentine. You know what that means? LCA's here, and you know what that means? All A state champions.
Yes, sir. It was an incredible week. You know, I was really happy for our players and for our school, and it was a great run. And wish we could had a little more time to enjoy it, but it's back to work. It's back to work, and LCA's got a great basketball team. We got 4 of the outstanding starters in the studio with us. We're going to talk to them along with Nate. And Brian Milam's going to tell us about the Sweet 16 draw show. He's going to tell you how the brackets break down, Nate. And I'll tell you what, it was a tough draw for the 11th region. It sure is. Whoever comes out of it, you know, going to have to play that Trinity Ballard most likely. And you know, but if you get that far, you're going to play a really good team regardless. That's right. And our scholar athletes, they hail from Sayre High School. That's a great academic institution over there. That's Parker Dean and Edward Morris. We're going to talk with them in the scholar athletes, our most popular segment. And we got a Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week as we head down to Nicholasville to Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week. And Grace Hoskin and Jared Cottle from Scott Swimming. They're going to come in. I tell you what, Coach Mr. Viney brings in great guests. These are swimmers, and we're just looking very much forward to talking to them. A lot of good swimmers here in Lexington. There sure are. It's a big uptick there. And we've got UK Sports Medicine. Jenny DeAngelis is in with us. She's going to talk to us about the difference between taping and breaking, brackets or whatever it is. I can't remember what it was. Bracing. Thank you very much. Bracing. I knew it was something like that. And we've got the best highlights in the state of Kentucky. These highlights brought to you by PrepSpin.com, the leading digital network in the state of Kentucky.
We begin with the district matchup at Lexington Christian. The Eagles coming off that All-A championship and riding an 11-game winning streak. Tonight hosting Lafayette, the Generals are unbeaten in district play. This is the first meeting of the season between these two. Carter Hendrickson had 18 points tonight. He was the 3rd leading scorer on the team. There's a jumper in the lane. The Lafayette's Tiandre Newcomb gets past his defender, but Austin Hall says, yeah, not today. But the next time Newcomb drives the lane, he gets the shot to go over Hall, and he draws the foul. Yeah, count it. We counted it. Hall, though, had the last lap. The Southpaw lay in for 2 of his game-high 21, and LCA wins a big one, 71-56.
One of the top contenders in the 13th coming to Lexington, Knox Central at Douglas. Moment of silence to honor the Marshall County community. KNOX comes out firing Jalen Adams for 3 once, Jalen Adams for 3 twice. The Broncos can shoot it as well. Montavian Bean is in the corner for 3. He'll hit it, and he's fouled. Would not convert the 4-point play. And some good people from Barberville told me tonight Knox Central's the best KNOX team they've seen in 50 years. Markel Turner hits from the elbow. The Panthers come to Lex, beat the Broncos twice in 2 weeks, 78-70.
Welcome back into the Scholastic Ball Report, our team of the week. And Colt, good to have you back on the show.
I'm very glad to be back, Gary.
And we're glad to have you. And speaking of Roberts Insurance, they're out in Richmond, Kentucky. They're on Main Street. They insure 3/4 of this great state of Kentucky. Speaking of this great state, from Lexington Christian Academy, Nate Valentine. Everybody knows you're here because they saw you on the open of the show. So they know you're here. And, you know, you guys won the All-A tournament. How important was that to you and the LCA community?
I think it's most important to these guys right here, you know, and that's what matters. And you know, these guys came to me at the beginning of the year and said it's, you know, really important that we want to make a run at the All-A, and you know, we set it as a goal to try to get in that championship game and give yourself a chance to win it, and we were there, and we're fortunate enough to escape with a state title.
3 out of the last 4 years you had lost in the semifinals.
Thanks for the reminder.
But you won it this year, Coach. You won it this year.
Coach, tell us who you brought in the studio with you tonight.
Got Will Hacker, Carter Hendrickson, Austin Hall, and Kyle Rode. These guys were, these 4 were all on the all-tournament team in the All-A Classic, and have done a lot for our program over the years and got us to a very competitive level.
Will, you came up really big in the All-A tournament, hitting some big shots and everything. How important was this to you?
I mean, it was amazing. I think it was honestly just a team effort, and I mean,
yeah,
it was good.
Leaves you almost speechless, doesn't it?
Yeah, yes, sir, it does.
Carter, you guys have played together for years. How does this serve you guys well in late games, tight games?
I mean, we've been playing with each other for a long time, so we can trust each other to knock down the big shots, and we know where everybody's at on the court, so it helps a lot. And
Austin Hall, your father, Ted Hall, is a really good coach, an assistant there with Nate at this school, and a former Sayre head coach. As one of the leaders on the team, you score and you rebound. What do you think is your strongest part of your game?
Yes, sir. Well, a lot of it is just doing what the team needs, and that's, I mean, for all of us. It's just the main thing is doing whatever's needed. So, every night it could be different, but just doing whatever's needed to win.
Right.
Kyle, in your opinion, how good can this LCA team be?
That's a really good question, and we showed throughout the season glimpses and pieces of it, and I think we're just going to keep working hard each and every day, just trying to get better and improve as a team, and then we'll just see where it takes us in the end.
Well, Coach, you now have about 2 weeks till the district tournament. Then you turn your attention to that tough 43rd. We all know who's in that district, and then the tough 11th region. What do you think about that?
Well, we're still in the midst of playing for a seed, but the more we look at it and look at scores across the district, I'm really not sure, it matters. There's 5 good teams in the 43rd, and then the 11th region is maybe as good as it's been in a long time, top to bottom. So, extremely competitive, and these guys know what they want to do, and I wanted to mention Pierce Dalton is not here with us tonight, but had an unbelievable All-A state tournament and quite honestly bailed us out in a semifinal game with his defensive efforts. But these guys, like they said, they played together for a long time and trust each other, and they play hard for each other. So hopefully we can make a run at it.
Well, good luck, you guys. I appreciate you coming on the show. We're glad to have you, and congratulations for winning the All-A State Championship.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. All-A State champions from Lexington Christian Academy. Outstanding basketball team. Now, Brian Milam tells us about the brackets, how they all shaped out in the state of Kentucky.
The KHSAA girls and boys Sweet 16 brackets drawn earlier today in the WKYT studios. Here's a quick look at the brackets. 2 potential money matchups in the girls' upper bracket. The bottom bracket pits on paper a state title game type scenario with Region 11 and Region 7. Now for the boys to be played at Rep Arena. Once again, immediately you're drawn to a Region 11 versus Region 7 slugfest. You'd think Trinity or Ballard against the 11th region champion. Scott County is the favorite right now in the 11th. The second day of the boys bracket looks balanced. March Madness is right around the corner. For the full brackets, go to WKYT.com. We'll be right back.
Back in our Scholar Athletes, our most popular segment. It highlights kids doing great things in the classroom. And with me, Waveney Brooks. Great to have you back on the show.
Good to be back.
Waveney Brooks with me. And Sayre High School is here. Thank you guys for coming in. And thank you, Mr. Little, athletic director there, for coming in. And let's start with Parker. You have a 3.96 and you excel in class out there. You play tennis and soccer.
Yes,
so what sports suits you the best, you think?
I think it's definitely swimming. Both my parents swam and my grandfather swam, so they kind of started me out early, and I've always, ever since I've been in the water, I've always loved it. So I definitely think swimming's the sport.
Made for water, weren't you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So Edward, as an academic All-State, you excel with a 4.44 weighted GPA. How do you make it all work for you?
Well, I think the key is just to find that rhythm that works for you. So, how much time will I have after practice to do all my work? And in addition, I think it's really important to pay attention in class as hard as possible. so that you don't have to waste as much time studying later because you try to get it the first time.
Right. So pay attention in class. Don't let it all go right over you there. That's very good. And Mr. Little's with us. Thank you for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
Tell us about these two academic students.
Yeah, it's a prime example of the kind of quintessential student we have at Sayre. We want kids not only to excel just in the classroom, but we want them to be involved in everything. Multiple sport athletes is exactly what we're trying to promote. And academically, our faculty understand that we want the kids to excel in the classroom, and they also want to see the kids excel in their extracurriculars and their athletics.
Right.
So, Parker, you're waiting to hear from Vanderbilt. Will you attend there?
Yes, ma'am. If I get in, I think I will. I went down there and I love the campus, and it's such a great school that it'd be hard to pass it up.
Well, Edward, I got to ask you, what was it about Washington University there in St. Louis that really appealed to you?
Well, it's not just the location. It would be nice to move to a slightly bigger city. Not to say there's anything wrong with Lexington, of course, but in addition, I just think it would be a fantastic opportunity to go up to such a prestigious school like Wash U.
Mr. Little, when we ask you to bring in student athletes to the show, it's so easy for you because you got all kinds of kids like this at Sayre.
Yeah, well, that's the blessing of being at a school that's our size and has that level of opportunities for our kids. Again, we want our kids to excel, again, not only in the classroom, but in other things that they're involved in. And I think it's a really good way to teach them how to be resilient, because being in the classroom, being challenged, being on the athletic field or in the court or the pool, challenge is the key. And I think that's what sets these guys up for success, later in life.
Well, Parker, here's your plaque. You and Edward both will receive those from Crown Trophy. Go over and see Ryan Tyson. He'll personalize those for you with your name and school. Congratulations for being such a good student. Thank you for coming on the Scholastic Bowl.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
Those are our scholar athletes. And now we're going to the Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week.
Douglas and Bourbon County girls on Thursday night, 4.7 seconds. Douglas down 2. Kasia Parks' half-court shot is good. Take another look as Douglas gets the win, 58-57. Henry Clay taking on Madison Central Wednesday night. Blue Devils down 1 in the final seconds. Marquez Warwick banks it in for the Henry Clay win. And then on Monday night, Loyal County at West Jessamine. Final seconds of the third quarter. The Rebels' Bryce Sloan lets it go from about 74 feet. Oh, that is good. He launched it from the other free throw line. That's your Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week.
And welcome back into the Pannell Swim Shop. Tom Viney's here, and once again, you brought great swimmers with you.
Absolutely, that's what we do every single week. We've got some swimmers here from Scott County High School, just up in Georgetown, and they really exemplify exactly what we're looking for Swimmer of the Week.
Yeah, they really do. 3.7, 3.8.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Coach, tell us who you brought with you today.
Today I have with me Grace Hoskins and Jared Cottle, who are both seniors with the team, and they've both been on the team since 6th grade, I believe, for both of you. Is that correct?
So I understand, Tom, they got regionals coming up next week.
Absolutely.
Right?
This is the big week coming up.
Tell us about regionals.
Crazy. It's kind of the top point for the swimmers where we start getting into regionals, then the state meets come up, and regionals is very fun because you pretty much know everyone you're swimming against. You've been swimming with them for years, so it's neat to kind of come together that 1 to 2 times a year and just be all in the same place. It's a great experience.
Right.
That's great. So tell us a little bit about what this week of prep work looks like.
Yeah.
Jared, you want to tell us a little bit about what it looks like for you?
Absolutely. Definitely eating a lot of carbs, a lot of sleep, just fine-tuning everything at the end of practice, visualizing your races, and just making sure you're ready to go on Friday and Saturday.
That's great.
Yeah. What are your best races? What do you?
I'm a distance swimmer, so I swim a lot of the 500, the longer races that everyone kind of is like, I don't want to swim that. That's right up my alley. I'll take those any day. So.
Yeah. Any day of the week. Yeah.
I swim 2IM and 100 breaststroke.
That's great. So, Coach, what really stood out about these two athletes that really, when we talked about bringing them on as Swimmer of the Week, what stood out?
They both have leadership qualities, not only with their team, but also with the community. Grace, in particular, is involved with FFA, and they've just done a lot of great things for our school and for our community.
That's great.
Yeah, well, we can see that they're both community-minded and doing great things out there at Scott County. Appreciate you coming on the show, Grace, and also Jared and Coach. Thank you to you as well, and congratulations and good luck at regionals.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck, guys.
That's the Scott County swim team. We'll be back with more, including Jenny DeAngelis of UK Sports Medicine. Welcome back into UK Sports Medicine. With me, Morgan McEldowney, our intern. Good to have you back on the show.
Thanks for having me.
And Jenny's with us. And hey, thanks for being with us.
Not a problem.
Give us good information. We're going to expect some good information out of you.
I hope so.
You hope so. Well, we're going to talk about what is the advantage of taping versus bracing.
You know, a lot of times it just kind of depends on what you have at the minute. Now, more of an acute injury, something that just happened, we're going to try to tape it. Yep. Something that it's kind of been a chronic thing that we've been dealing with for a few weeks, maybe even a couple months. It's sometimes easier to just get a brace. Yep. Easier for the kids to kind of deal with on their own. So
makes sense.
Yeah.
When would you choose one over the other?
Kind of falling back on that, if it's something more acute, like they just did it at practice, a lot of times taping is easier, and sometimes you can do a little bit more with taping. You can take some stuff away or add some stuff that a brace is more restrictive, doesn't always let you do that. But at the same time, it's easier, the brace is easier for the students to use. So,
what type of braces do you use the most?
Knees and ankles. Mm-hmm. We do a ton of knee and ankle braces. I don't know if that says good things for the shoulders, but a lot of the stuff we deal with at the high school level is knee and ankle related.
And you're over there at Douglas High School,
yes.
So you got the new high school, you got them up and running, you're taking care of all of them.
Trying to get them in and out and injury free. So.
Yep. Well, that's good stuff. You got the walk-in clinic there on Harrisburg Road?
Monday through Friday, 7 to 8 a.m. Mm-hmm. Just any acute sports-related injuries, we'll see them.
Well, we're looking at, either tape it or brace it.
We're going to tape it or brace it.
That's right. We're going to tape it and brace it. Thank you, Jenny.
Yeah, no problem.
That's there's their website and their phone number. Give them a call there. They'll take care of you. They'll keep you back in the game. Now we're going to these final highlights. These highlights brought to you by PrepSpin.com, the leading digital network in the state of Kentucky.
Nobody wants to play Scott County right now. That's just fact. Billy Hicks' Redbirds 22-1. One of the top teams in Kentucky. Scott County's won 13 straight district games tonight, taking on Henry Clay. And the last team to knock off the Cards in a district game back in 2016, the aforementioned Henry Clay Blue Devils. Coming off a big last-second win Tuesday over Madison Central, the Cards lead 36-28 at the half. In the third, Blue Devils' Raymond Jackson the steal ahead to Keyston Brown, lays it in, and he's fouled. Brown with 16. Cooper Robb came back after sitting out a pair of games with an injury. He hits a three, 45-40 Scott County. Jackson, another swipe. Ball finds its way to the hands of the soft touch of Marcus Warwick. Lays it in. He had 19. It's 59-58 Cards. 3 minutes to go. Michael Moreno, quiet the whole second half. Erupts late. Rebound, miss. Rebound, make. He had a huge night as always. Scott County wins a close one, 73-65. Moreno, 28-13-5.
Welcome back in. We're going to wrap it up here with all my interns. You guys did a great job. And you've got a big thing coming up at Tate's Creek. Why don't you tell us about that and all the details?
So we're doing a Creek Fit fundraiser. It's on February 10th, and it's, I think it starts at about 10, and we're raising money for our track team so that we can kind of take it to the next level. And it's also to bring awareness to healthy living.
That's coming up next Saturday, February 10th.
Yes.
So that's a big day for you. And your tennis team there at Model, you guys are looking pretty good.
Yeah, February 15th is first day of practice, so I think all the guys are ready. I know I'm ready, so we're excited for a really good season.
What did you think about the draw show today? The 11th region drew the 7th region. That means that the 11th region, whoever wins that region, has got to play Trinity, Ballard, whatever. That's a tough rival.
That's tough. Those big Louisville schools are very tough every year. So.
Yeah. As always, on the Scholastic Ball Report, for those you see and those you don't see.
Keep your eye on the Scholastic Ball Report.
The Scholastic Ball Report is sponsored by UK Sports Medicine And brought to you by Central Bank, Crown Trophy, Pannell Swim Shop, P-Rats, PrepSpin.com, Raising Cane's, Rafferty's, Roberts Insurance, Sutherland Chevrolet, and by Whitaker Bank.